Hello and welcome to the Rabbit Hole Report. My name is Tony.
I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are diving deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. So from our previous conversation, Tom, I was really fascinated by the whole Furby thing. So
Fermi.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I got it wrong. I apologize. I got it wrong, but I did go down further down the corridors and went to see, more Furbies, which then led to furniture that led to homelessness, and then ultimately led back to things that were lost in time, and ultimately just kind of came back to Furbies again. So I wanted to talk a little bit about toys and how they have impacted our lives, and generally, or more specifically rather, the toy craze. Now, having all of us being in different age groups, and generations, do you, Tom, remember the earliest toy craze in your childhood?
It's the wheel.
Well, that was slightly after, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Because they had to use our toy to carve out a wheel.
Oh.
All right, you see this mark right here in my, that's a tomahawk mark. We had tomahawks. That was the thing that, population control and lots of fun too. And it was called Catch the Tomahawk.
Are they named after you? I never realized that.
I didn't want to brag.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
People call me Hawk.
I'm going to start.
I had no idea we were in such close proximity to a celebrity.
You weren't?
So tomahawks.
Yes, Catch the Tomahawk was the game.
So how did that work?
Well, you would take a tomahawk. Now, okay, there are two styles. One is the one-handed style, where you go, catch! The other is the two-handed style, where you go, bet you can't catch! And usually the bet you can't catch was a bullseye.
What do you got the mark here. Are you supposed to catch with your face?
No, you're supposed to catch like this, but if you do like this and they don't come together quickly enough, there's a learning curve.
Sure.
You learn very quickly, and if you don't close them fast enough, like that, I also got one here, because I turned my head instead of trying to catch the thing. I'm scarred all over, but I was the neighborhood champion after a while.
Literally the last person standing. Yeah.
Yeah. You take a win any way you can get it.
You got that, Mr. Hawk.
I like that.
Well, so throughout history, there's been plenty of toys that are introduced and then just put into the zeitgeist, and then everyone wants a piece of the toys in themselves. And the void has kind of helped me show some of the toys throughout the years. Now, during the 50s and 60s, hula hoops, the Barbie doll, and G.I. Joe came out. This was when you were roughly, in your 60s? And when we got to about the 70s, do you remember the pet rock?
Yes.
Please explain the pet rock to all of us.
Okay. Actually, my sister invented the pet rock.
Okay.
Except hers was a pet boulder. It was about this big, and drew a face on it and everything, carried it with her everywhere. It didn't catch on. Some other person figured, if we make it smaller. But yeah, the pet rock, and it came in a little crate, and it had a little story about its, how it grew up, and you took care of it. There were little rock bottles that, you could feed it and all that. Oh, it was just, it saved a lot of people's, lives and mental health.
Now, do you remember when it just kind of disappeared as well? People weren't talking about it anymore.
I don't know that it ever died. I think it's gone underground.
Okay. Like us.
Well, we'll have to look around. It's very possible. It's very possible. But yeah, I think it just kind of melted away.
So as the years go by, more and more toys come out. The next big popular things of Cabbage Patch Kids, Transformers, to the Tickle Me Elmo, and then the real big craze that I remember, and maybe I don't know if it was the same or if you ever experienced the same thing, of when Beanie Babies came out. Seemingly, people were going absolutely crazy for it, filling up the malls. Everyone was trying their hardest to get, these little bears. Going through the rabbit holes, I discovered that there is a new one, a new toy craze that's going on right now. And what I'm talking about is a Labubu. Now, I wish I had one to show you. They're like little, they're, I don't know, about this tall. They're like little gremlin-looking things. Weird smile, weird, like they're furry looking, and oh, thank you. So this is the Labubu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Imagine if you will. Now we don't have to.
So this little thing here is the latest craze. Now, is it any more interesting than the toys that we had discussed? It, can you throw it and have someone catch it? Will it hurt you? Will it? We can certainly try.
Give Tom another Labubu.
Oh, a heart shot.
That's how they get you. They marketing right for the heart.
Yeah. So this little guy here.
I will be. Getting better.
Okay. Well, you look better.
Then what?
Never mind.
10 seconds ago.
So, the Labubu in itself, able to turn its head.
I thought that was
pose it. You can do all sorts of things with it.
Tony's a serial killer.
This little guy here, this is actually an elf, believe it or not, and actually based off of Nordic culture. It's based off of a comic cartoon called The Monsters, and the Labubu in itself is more of a representation of a bunch of Labubus. There isn't one in particular one. There's several. There is a mascot, like a face of, but there's different colors, different faces. There's little uniqueness about them. They're interesting and unique in their own ways, right? And so that gives the options of several toy options that you can collect, right? Well, what Pop Mart did was they would do something taken from video games that I know you and I have partaken in mystery boxes, or rather blind boxes. So when you want to get one of these Labubus, you get the Labubu box, you open it up, and it's completely sealed. You have no idea what kind of Labubu is in there. So when you open it up, maybe you get to this guy, a super rare, extremely rare to find Labubu, or you'll find ones that you already have, and you have no idea. So in a way, you're gambling every single time to try to get to the one you want, or to build your collection. And obviously, collecting and collectors, it's marketed to them because people like to collect and want to have a complete set. However, every few months they will come out with a new one, or a new batch, and it's seemingly impossible to get every single one. So it keeps the consumers from getting more and more. So it would also have like rare variants and have sometimes limited runs as well. And it, obviously you guys were freaked out by the things that it's able to do. This also markets towards a very niche group of people who like cute, ugly. Right? So, it's not the cutest thing, but in a way it is kind of the cutest thing. It's shrunken down to, have the baby form, which also, we are designed to desire and want to hold and nurture and what have you. And it wasn't really until celebrities started showing off their Labubus, where it blew up to worldwide status. It would eventually lead to people like Kim Kardashian, David Beckham, just miscellaneous people who changed it from just a collector item that you put on your shelf to an accessory that you would put on your bag or your backpack. And so it becomes more practical and more of a sign of, look at my extremely rare Labubu that I got. You can see how it all just changes from the shelf item to fashion. And it continually keeps going and going with that. So I found it really, really interesting that this is beyond anything that the Beanie Baby was, because the Beanie Baby was definitely more of your FOMO, peer pressure, things like that. They took that and put it to an extreme where psychologically they are messing with you, that if you don't have this, you're not high status. You're not high fashion. You're not like the celebrities that are out there, having these, and you have the most basic ones. You need, the better looking one, the one that has a hat on or is shaped like a pumpkin, and things like that. I found it extremely just interesting of how this thing, I feel like, will be around for quite some time. Opposed to all the other toy crazes where the Beanie Baby more or less disappeared, your Tomahawk, I haven't even heard of that. I think it just takes someone of high stature just to be like, nah, that's, it's lame. We've moved on to something else.
That's how it usually happens.
Yeah.
Or people just grow tired of it.
Maybe what might break this in particular toy is that something horribly happens. It gets really bad press, and not because of a celebrity saying so, or not because the kids get bored with it, but rather because it's actually dangerous to your health in one way or another. Or
a whole cargo plane of them smashes into an orphanage.
Maybe.
Gives them a bad name.
All it needs is just really bad press.
That would do it.
That would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I went to almost the nth degree on that one.
I was going to say, we don't even need to tag that. You got it.
Yeah, so the logical step of the rabbit hole that I went down was, what are the most famous, or rather infamous, toys that have been taken away because they were so dangerous to the public. I found 11, and
Stranger Things.
I found 11 very interesting toys that have come and gone.
Before I would vote on which one I think is worse.
Sure.
Does the Labubu have any shrapnel in it?
Currently, it does not.
Okay, then I know where to go then. All right.
Yes.
Just want to be sure.
But that's not to say that they won't discover something eventually.
Cannot make the joke I want to make. All right.
So I think one of the more popular ones that people remember is the lawn dart.
Oh, yeah.
Is it
No,
different
that's
one?
a lawn dart salute.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Now, do you remember the lawn dart?
Oh, yes, I do.
Please.
Yes. Well, you had these darts, big plastic fins on them, and on the end was basically a 5-pound needle is what it felt like.
Big spike.
Yeah.
And you had a big hoop, well, not too big, but a hoop you would put on the ground on either side of however far you want to be. And you throw them in the air, and they'd go boom, and they'd stick in the ground. It would be like horseshoes, except you're playing it with deadly weapons. And that's kind of what, because there were several people who were very seriously injured, maybe even beyond injury, who were hit in the head with things like that. So that was like, there was somebody who would, watch this craze. Because it was. You'd show up to a picnic, somebody would have jarts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I actually remember I had people in my family still had the metal versions when I was a kid, and we would play. And I don't even think I realized how dangerous it was until we played at my cousin's house once, and he insisted we play at night and from 60 yards. and it did not.
Professional
did not end well.
jarts. Ooh.
I do think there were more bodies hit than rings.
Yeah, well, so
They were fun.
lawn
They
darts
actually were fun.
slash jarts.
They really were.
Did cause thousands and thousands of injuries,
Just in my family, yeah.
including several deaths.
Yeah.
Well, jart catch was fun too.
Yeah, I bet.
It's similar to tomahawk catch.
It was similar. Similar.
Similar
It
salute.
was the successor to
Yeah.
to the tomahawk. So that was actually banned in 1988. So
Yeah, probably playing illegal version then. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So another toy was called the Aquadots. Now they were like little craft beads that you could just place on and create art in that way. However, kids started intentionally or unintentionally swallowing these beads, which would break down to something called GHB, which is also the date rape.
Gub.
Yes.
Yeah.
So several kids went into comas because they swallowed these Aquadots. And millions of Aquadots were recalled because these kids were date raped, more or less.
Oh man, well, what was that? Another one from like the 50s?
No, that was in 2007.
Wait, what?
How on earth did that pass
That
any sort of
slid
product
by
testing?
me, though. Well, best question of all.
Maybe you had them and you forgot.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
And then it made me, when you started describing, I thought, you mean the thing that babies teeth on? You know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, but obviously that's not it. I hope not.
Yeah.
Anyway, amazing.
It's astounding that was approved on any level. Like,
Yeah. So that was, just as recently as 2007. But if you're trying to think of bad ideas way back then, there was also very infamously the Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab that was created in the 50s and 60s, where you had a science kit and you could do experiments on and with. However, what could go wrong if you actually gave some kids some actual uranium cores to play with and radioactive materials? That was certainly a thing. As you want to learn how to use radioactive material. Here's a little bit for you to use.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a chemistry set when I was a kid. It didn't have any uranium in it. I mean, I know I still had trouble finding people in the dark, and they couldn't find me either. So I assume it didn't have any uranium in it, but chemistry sets that was a big deal for a while.
Yeah.
Uranium. Radioactive.
Uranium cores.
Yeah.
So that's how they got rid of all of the cores. That they didn't
Right.
put it in a landfill or anything.
Nope, they're just like, let's
Give 'em
put
to
in
kids.
some toys. We'll disperse it out evenly.
All right. That would have worked well with jarts, because you could see the kid 60 yards away easily in the dark.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
So a very common toys that would have this in particular item would always cause issues, and it was pretty much toys with magnets, especially toys with easily accessible magnets that kids could swallow.
The little ones.
Yes. Very famously, in 2010, there was a product called Buckyballs. And Buckyballs, kids would swallow, and because they were magnetic, would just wreak havoc in their stomach systems, so much that it would tear holes through your intestines. That would ultimately cause 1,700 ER visits.
Wow.
In 2010.
I literally thought you were going to stop at they just couldn't get away from the refrigerator.
They're just stuck there.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was hard to get him out of the car when you took him to the ER, because it kept sticking to the doors and stuff.
Dragging the car
Yeah.
via the child.
Car goes by, he pulls your car with it. Yeah.
Well, there's also some toys that just have things that you don't want in it, whether it's your lead paints or in particularly in 2007, we had the CSI fingerprint kit that
with 2007. I don't even know where you're going, but
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
With the fingerprint kit, it would have
Rat traps and
asbestos in it.
that's just okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want
As you
those
do.
prints burning. You got to keep them for a record,
Yeah.
which probably went to the government, and you know how that works.
Here we go again. Every single time.
Sorry.
I don't know what to do.
It's the residual effects of Tomahawk.
Do you guys remember the Cabbage Patch Kids?
I certainly do.
So there was one called the Snack Time Cabbage Patch
An edible
doll.
Cabbage Patch Kid. Cabbage Patch Kid. That's hard to
Reverse.
say.
This thing was
Would
able
eat children?
It would eat children. It would-
Oh, no.
And that was actually the issue, was that it was able to bite and chew, and kids would put their fingers in there, and they would literally start biting and causing injuries.
Well, they
and that.
changed the razor teeth, though, later.
Yes.
It didn't do this. It was just kind of gumming the kids.
Yes, the test audience were not huge fans of the razors in the beginning, so they decided to just make it more gummy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Plenty of really, really dangerous toys out there. I don't know if that you guys ever grew up with any of these things, but maybe it's best if you don't. Oh, I mean, there you go.
Yeah.
And you turned out.
I turned out. That's about it.
He's okay with divots. Yes. I don't know if I grew up other than my family's questionable lawn chart games at night. I don't know if I actually grew up with any scary ones, but I'm very familiar with some stories of very dangerous toys, and maybe that's something we can get into here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Think toys like very popular Annabelle or Robert the Doll. Dangerous for a different way, but they've kind of had their own legends grow up around those. And I also think that would be something fun to get to, whenever you're done.
Well, yeah. Well, that actually makes me think of the 11th and probably most dangerous one.
Oh.
So, do you guys remember?
I don't remember that one.
No. Aggressive marketing.